Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
For Jacksonville.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Watson again. This is Johnson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
David Johnson, the ball carrier, brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Watson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
That's a 48-yard.
There's a good reception there by Will Fuller. And if you're looking for breakout players in 2020, he's a big-time candidate for it because he has a rapport with Deshaun Watson. And now with DeAndre Hopkins no longer in Houston, he could be their top receiver.
That's caught out wide by Cooks. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 45-yard line.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
That's good for a
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the first down on that one?
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Al Woods on the
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
To throw again on second down. Minshew connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Jaguars.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Pass.
Nice play by DJ Chark there, and he's a great example of how a guy can improve from his rookie year to season 2. Quiet as a rookie, 1,000-yard season last year, ended up becoming a Pro Bowl selection for the Jaguars.
Third down, Robinson. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go now. 8, read.
They run. Robinson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
After the run, Watson going to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back to throw, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Down. 30 base.
They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Being strong up the middle is imperative. I don't care what your sport, but in football, when you got a D tackle who can contribute not only to occupying bodies, but also making plays on the ball carrier, that's when you have the cornerstone of it.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Johnson. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
All the way down inside the 35. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Check 31, check 31. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check 52, and 54.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Minshew. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Caught. Eifert over the middle.
Minshew.
7 yards. The pickup on the pitch and catch.
Eifert. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Minshew. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. It'll be Minshew again. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. The pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
D.D. Westbrook on the return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Well, when the Jaguars want to throw the football, they often look to D.D. Westbrook, who just completed that play there. 101 targets, 66 catches for both 2018 and 2019.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to James Robinson. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Minshew sets to throw. The open man is Westbrook. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
To D.D. Westbrook. It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
This is Josh Lambo. He hit from 57 a year ago. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Minshew, 1st and 10. And he completes it to Westbrook. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Jaguar first down.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. And they'll run with a man signed away from Washington. It's Chris Thompson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
Here's Minshew. It's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The end result, 21 yards.
At the 2-yard line.
Let it 8 read. There you go. Here this time, travel.
Running it with Armstead. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown.
Complete to number 7.
DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Randall Cobb on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 2nd and 16. Johnson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Now it's Watson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going for it. It's Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Josh Allen on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Jaguars' 23-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
At the 4-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Just like that. Just like that.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of 1.
I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. That little setback there on 1st down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
2nd down and goal. Watson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Gain of 1 yard on the play.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point attempt to come here. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down, Jacksonville.
We go! 15, 1, 15. High 7. 55. Right there, look, 55.
They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Complete to Austin.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Touchdown. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Texans 21, Jaguars 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
On the pickup.
Good catch there by Tyler Eifert, and Jacksonville, who needed help at the tight end position, signed him to do exactly that. Spent his first 7 years in Cincinnati, a terrific red zone threat.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A pass there complete to Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And a Jaguar first down.
draw corpus. Let's pick it up. Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Defense.
Back to throw. Minshew going to be intercepted for the third time. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Number 31.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage. Work on that clock. See if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football. Gain some yardage and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Focus, defense, focus. Slam, slam, slam. Slam, slam. Hatch it. Shoot. Slam, slam, slam. Hey, switch gears. Staying open.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Well, this one's knuckling, and it just does get over the crossbar. He didn't get much of it, but he got it to go. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Hey, Delta, look at me. Sit down. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. If you don't get the
Again, Minshew looking to throw. This is caught. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
6-6.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Kickoff for Jacksonville.
And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight.
Recovered by the Texans.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl.
They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Houston, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.